Hi, this is Mark at MTA Sports Center. It's another episode of Grizz Fit TV, and so glad you joined us. And we have a special guest today who we'll introduce in a minute. And we have a great event happening on Thanksgiving morning, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we're going to talk about that event in a minute. If you watch the video to the end, you're going to find out the answer to our trivia question, which is for MTA Sports Center's Friday night courts. Who is the one who pays for all that? Because stuff costs money. And so if you watch to the end, you'll get entered in a drawing for a fabulous prize. So with me is Michelle Overstreet. She is the executive director of My House, which we're going to talk about. Let's talk about that right now. What is My House? People ask me that all the time.
My House is a drop-in center for homeless youth that owns 2 for-profit businesses that train and employ homeless youth, and 97% of the clients who complete job training in our building are in housing 1, 2, and 3 years later. And we have 20 beds of transitional housing to support them with stable housing, job training. We're partnered with 9-Star for high school completion and GEDs, in addition to the Matsu School District. And we just offer wraparound services, food, clothing, showers, laundry. For a homeless kid right off the street, they can come in, get it together.
Now, when I hear homeless youth, I don't usually think of homeless being the youth. How many kids are we talking about? How would you define a homeless youth?
That's a really good question. And homeless youth are generally defined by youth who have no stable, consistent place to sleep. They're couch hopping, they're staying with friends, they're staying with family that's not their own. And we survey youth age 14 to 24. So we're actually including young adults in there. And that's a nationwide measure because we want them to get educated and become productive.
Okay, and so one of the things MTA Sports Center is doing on Thanksgiving Day, and so this is different, we've never done this before, we want to do kind of a give back and appreciate My House for the impact that they make here at the Sports Center. We're going to be open from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're going to have Geek League basketball, we're going to have pickleball, we're going to have a couple of Group X classes if I understand right. The whole facility is open, and so our members just come and enjoy it if you want to, and if you'd like to make a donation to My House, you can do that, but you don't have to. Members just come. If you're a non-member and you want to come, instead of paying the daily rate at the front desk, we'll ask you to make at least a $15 donation to My House. There'll be other My House information there, handouts if people want to either get involved or maybe even support My House, because you can do that online, right?
You can do that online.
Okay. And so here's the trivia question answer is Friday Night Courts, a really successful program. Kids ages 14 to 22 can
24.
come to 24 can come to night courts every Friday night here, most Friday nights. And it's monitored, it's 9 p.m. to midnight.
Correct.
Okay, who pays for all that? And the answer is?
My House.
My House does. They get all the grants, they pay for the staff. We are really indebted to them because they are renting our courts, and so it's a really cool program. Gets kids off the street, gives them something healthy to do, just healthy alternatives. And so if you text My House, I'm pointing down even though Leslie's going to put this on the screen, right, Leslie? Does this look stupid right now? Okay, Leslie's going to put the text number on the screen. Text that My House to that number, and you might win a fabulous prize.